Alright, YouTube, back with video number 2 for the day, and we got Mac Miller, So It Goes. When I typed in So It Goes to my search bar, Taylor Swift came up because she has a song called So It Goes. And I don't know where I was going with that. I just thought it was interesting when I typed it in. It says So It Goes, Taylor Swift. I was like, nope, we're doing Mac Miller. And so here we go. So It Goes, Mac Miller. This was one that was requested highly, and I pulled up the lyrics video. Let me also go ahead and So It Goes, Mac Miller lyrics. Let me get Genius pulled up. Let me see first if Genius has a pretty good amount of highlights, and so we will probably learn a lot more about Mac and the song as we go. But anyways, away we go.
Yeah.
Is that my dog?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I think that's on here. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it my dog?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, no, it's definitely on here.
Yeah. Well, you could have the world in the palm of your hand, you still might drop it. And everybody wanna reach inside your pockets. I tell them red light, stop it. Shit, that give me more headaches than alcoholic.
That to open it up, that was hot. You could still have the world in your palm and drop it, and everybody want to reach inside your pocket. I mean, come on, this is a good start.
Red light, stop it. Shit, that give me more headaches than alcoholics. There was nothing in my wallet, just a lot of dreaming. I built a crib on top of the promised land, we'll call it even. I bring more flavor than all the seasons. Winter, spring, summer, fall. The grass is always greener till I cut it all. Please lead me to my studies, I give you no applause. My hand's been counting money and it's hard to be the boss, but somebody gotta do it.
It gets so exhausting.
Often with the bullshit, and baby I've been through it. Enough for the both of us.
So it's definitely a different sound. Again, he continues to switch it up just slightly to where it sounds different enough that it's like something you never heard before, right? So I love that about him and about his artistry.
Often with the bullshit, and baby I've been through it. Enough for the both of us, so come over later and we won't let no one close to us. We could be posted up. Yeah.
Actually, let me see, this was 2018, I think. I have that list. Let me get it pulled up. Oh, I thought I had this list up. I guess not. Let me see. Oh, yep, here. Alright. 2018 was... Okay, so this was probably from the Swimming album? Okay. Alright, let me send this real quick. Alright.
Okay, well, you could have the world in the palm of your hand, you still might drop it. And everybody wanna reach inside your pocket, so it goes.
Oh, changed it up, okay.
It's like in every conversation we the topic. This narcissism more like narcotics, so it goes.
It's like in every conversation we the topic. Okay.
Well, everybody gather round. I'm still standing, sit down. Whoa, oh.
I love the beat behind it. It sounds, again, so different than anything he's done. But not so different, but it's slightly enough to make it sound like I never heard it before. And I love that.
And I know I've been down. But now I'm back in town. Show you the ropes. So go, so go, so go. La da da da, la da da, la da da da, la da da. So go. special delivery. Coming to you live with the endless artillery. Always down to rap. My eyes on the Enterprise. 9 lives, never die. Fuck a heaven, I'm still getting high.
This is special delivery coming to you with live with endless artillery. My eyes on the Enterprise.
Never mind. Did I mention I'm fine? Cause her pussy getting wetter when the weather dry. Clementine peeling off and everyone get left behind. I'm only 5'7", except I'm feeling like I'm 7'5". Damn it, cross planets, interstellar, Neverland. Not a Jackson packed with action, so what's happening?
Neverland, not a Jackson.
My man, no relaxing, kicking back, just ain't exactly in the plan. I can't get no satisfaction, goddamn. They saying I've been gone too long. I could just tell them fuck you, but that come on too strong. My God, it go on and on, just like a circle, I go back where I'm from. Will everybody gather round? Still standing, sit down. Whoa, oh. And I know I've been out. Now I'm back in town. Show you the ropes. Some goes.
I think he died in 2018. Was this released prior to his death or after his death? Because if I remember reading the album years, I think there was a couple of year gap. And is that what he's talking about? You know, I've been out, but now I'm back in town. Let me know. Or I might find out during the Rap Genius search. You know, I used to always, like, in my personal life or personal time listening to music, I would always cut the ending off just because, like, I don't know, I never thought there was a point to it, but I feel like when he does it, there's a point to it, even if it's not necessarily a higher point to it. I just feel like it's still part of the art, and if I don't listen to it, then I would be missing something. All right. Yeah. Okay, here you can also hear Mac's dog Benji barking in the background. That's who he's talking to after he keeps barking, which got me. Mac has an incredible close relationship with his dog. There are so many videos of him and Benji on Ariana Grande's old Instagram story. Once he died, a leak called Benji the Dog was put onto Reddit and Twitter, and people loved it. Okay, maybe I think that one's on my list, so maybe I'll have to get to that soon. Okay. This is talking about how he made mistakes over time, but it's also a reference to his song from Macadelic, Under the Weather, where he said, "You could have the world in your palm of your hands. Don't mean a thing till you change it." Oh, I like that. Don't mean a thing until you change it. I like that. Despite the benefits of fame and fortune, one major downside is that the overwhelming presence of fake people who pretend to have your best interest at heart, but only want to take some of your hard-earned wealth and success. Mac was always well aware of the cautious well aware and cautious of this aspect of fame, noting his lack of new friends after fame, and staying close to those. Oh, that's really good. I like that. Also, if some of these are wrong, just let I know you guys will correct it in the comments, but I just wanted to give you a heads up to do it. The Promised Land is a place that God promised, Abraham and the descendants in the Bible. It is a symbolic of salvation and liberation to the Jewish people, and continues the album themes of liberation. Okay. In the Jewish religion, it is proper to give, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to butcher it. It is a morally good thing to do, as it is an act of charity, and I'm not going to butcher it. Mac he stated, does not believe in God because he is trying, is considered a scholar Jew. Wait, as he stated, does not believe in God because he is trying, is considered a secular Jew. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Most secular Jews struggle with the belief of God doing, and even making pilgrimage to Israel, the Promised Land. This line must mean that Mac plans to build a home in Israel one day, if he hasn't already, to call it even for him, for his apps. Okay. Mac makes a play on words and seasons, referencing both the time of the year but also the types used for seasoning foods with the flavor line. He is also used the seasoning food for flavor. He's also referencing the famous idiom, the grass is always greener on the other side, which essentially means people who envy others are never satisfied with what they have. Mac is also talking about the way he can destroy what he can have with the line till I cut it all. Okay. Yeah, I think that helps also. So it goes. So it goes is a phrase oft repeated throughout Kurt Vonnegut's novel Slaughterhouse-Five. The phrase appears after any death is described in the book and is frequently understood as a phrase of dismissal. However, intended the phrase as a way to approach the inevitability of death during war. Understanding the phrase as dismissive is reductionist. Here, Mac wields the phrase to respond to the clinging of fame and the accumulation of wealth with the same fatalism he intended, and like him, the phrase repeats itself in a variety of manners, both out of place and in line with the narrative. Okay. However, after the wake of Mac's death, the song title holds an eerie tone to it. That's true. It's like every conversation. Okay. Close that. Mac used double entendre here. You hear both we the topic and we the topic. This references the next line about narcissism feeling like it's more about the drugs. This could be a reference in his more than likely plentiful conversation with partners about his drug use. Max sees other people's narcissistic ways as he is trying to figure out what it's like being famous. And in his conversation, he sees a lot of narcissism, and it is so often that he sees it, it's almost like people are addicted to talking about themselves. Alright, we still got a little bit to go. Oh, this one's a big one. Okay. Throughout the chorus, Miller depicts a scene where he is using all events and experiences he went through throughout his career to teach and warn any aspiring artist of what the famous artist's life entails. Okay, hence the use of the phrase show you the ropes, which means to show, teach how something is done, the origin of the phrase attributed to sailing. Alright. In the chorus, so it goes, also sounds like circles if you pay attention to the way he says it. Mac made this line sound like two completely different phrases at the same time. I didn't hear that. This is pure lyrical and musical genius, considering his next... Oh wait, maybe I did hear circle. I don't know. I heard something about a circle at one point. Pure lyrical and musical genius, considering the next album was rumored to be called Circles. According to a close friend, Mac's idea was swimming in circles. Okay. Although there are times when he clearly says "so it goes" in the first verse and the bridge, in the chorus it's clearly both at the same time. It's okay. Interessante. My eye on the Enterprise. With Enterprise, Mac was referring beyond music. Okay. Mac had plenty of talents. He could sing, play the guitar and piano, produce songs, co-write, etc. He was more than just a musician. He was a musician or a rapper. I agree. All this action was either focused on building the Mac Miller brand and prioritizing his overall brand rather than having his focus on the short-term career success. Mac looked beyond that. Okay. And hey, a Billboard award is nice, but an entire business around your name is probably just a little bit nicer. Yep, I agree. All right. Throughout the album, Mac is referring to the weather and his mood or the state of mind. This line, he states that he's feeling well, then can appreciate the things around him more than when he's depressed. Possibly reference to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Clementine, played by Kate Winslet, has her memories removed, thus leaving everyone from her prior life behind. Mac has referenced the film Before on 2011 Track of the Soul. Clementine are a type of orange, hence Mac's peeling off. Okay. I'm only 5'7", except I feel like I'm 7'5", a few inches shorter than the average American. Okay. Mac has previously mentioned feeling taller. Okay. Coincidentally, 7'5" or 5'7" is the absolute minimum height that this flex would make sense. Okay. Well, 6'5" would make sense. 8'5" or minimum. Yeah, that's true. Here, Mac refers to his busy lifestyle. He consistently working, whether it is touring or making music. He's consistently active and never wants to settle. Mac uses interstellar travel as a metaphor for this. He's traveling the planet to planet and will never land. Okay. There's also a reference to the late pop icon Michael Jackson and his former place of residence, the Neverland Ranch. It should be another reference to the novel Slaughterhouse-Five. In the book, the main character lives in an alternate reality. Oh, okay. Interesting. Packed with action from the last line, possibly a pun referring to rapper Action Bronson. Interesting. Mac's friend and collaborator who he's speaking to in this line. Mac crafts a reference to the iconic 1965 track from the Rolling Stones to describe his displeasure with the with his way of life. Okay, and last one, Mac. I read God over here. Mac is describing a personal life in which he repeatedly encountered the same experiences over and over, as if it's forever traveling in circles. This isn't the first time Mac has portrayed this way of life throughout his lyrics. In Ava Maria from 2014 mixtape. Give me a minute. Okay. Mac expresses his life flow similar in circles, and coincidentally in the same chorus says, "You gotta keep swimming," a theme and a little. Okay. All right. Interesting. If there's anything more, let me know in the comments. And until next time, YouTube, smile like you mean. Oh, I forgot to rate it. A-. I'm giving it an A-. And then until next time, YouTube, smile like you mean it from the Bushy Beard.